And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved, Bleeding Edge. So we've got a little bit of lithium, smelted some lithium, kind of just going around, not doing too much, but letting Arthur, charge in the sunlight here. I'd love to have Arthur fully charged when I go exploring, and now that we have some lithium, we can do that. So if you go all the way to the bottom here, there's Arthur charging station. Now that we have lithium, we can do this. So we need one power storage block, which takes a little bit of lithium. So I'm going to craft one of those and craft the charging station.
Crafting.
Now with this, you put it on like a block of like a battery, power storage block. It has an internal charge of 1500. So if you put Arthur on it right away, he'll sit there for a while. But let it get some charge up, and you hit E to have him charge up. And he'll actually fully charge on that thing, which will help us tremendously. So the other thing I want to do is get rid of these crappy basic laser transmitters. These things, I mean, they can't even get these powered. So we don't want to use these anymore. No more. Get rid of that one. Who knows where that's going to fall. Didn't fall down there, so let's look up here. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, so now that we've got some lithium, not too terribly much, but some, I'm going to take that one too. We can actually craft these in our, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. It doesn't waste them. It saves us iron, saves us some tin. Let's go back to our F4 tab that I use for power. Put the basics away and put the better ones on. What I want to do is craft a battery. See, now Arthur has 2048 power. Significant increase. And I want to put a battery right there. Because it's going to pull out of the CPH and it's going to start charging the battery. It doesn't have any power right now. It's probably because it's charging station. There's a slime. Kill it. Sometimes they have drops that are really good. So the other thing, we want to transfer this direction. I wanted to put a battery here because I want to put a battery there because I wanted to transmit going down to our mines. So we are going to want to augment power because we're going to need more power. We're basically running off of the CPH, and it's not even close to enough power in order to power all of our mines and all of the other things that we need. So one thing that I like to do is let's get some pyrothermic generators. I want 4 of these. And I want 1 logistics hopper. And let's see, can I afford any more batteries? I can. How do I want to set this up? Typically, I set these up with kind of do a 4x2. So if I want to put some power, let's figure this out here. So with the generators, again, I want all my power stuff on this F4 tab. So let's do it this way. So if I put a generator on top, and let's see, take this off, take these two off. Where's my logistics hopper? There it is. So if I put a logistics hopper like right here, I can actually charge, let's see, I can push coal into all four sides. So right there, and right there. When it comes to power, it's a little trickier. I could also put one on the bottom. Let's do that too. And I need tin, and do I have tin? I have copper and iron. Let's put some tin in to be smelted. It should go ahead and start smelting that. I can put one on the bottom here, and what I usually do is I bring in coal, and I put it in the top. So like I'll have a conveyor feeding into the hopper from the top, and the power distribution, I just fill the bottom with batteries, and those should share power. It's not a super fast way to share power, but it works for what we need it to do. So I could actually put some coal in there right now, and it would spin these up and get them working. And let it feed the other ones, and 2 more. Yes, I will be bringing coal over. I just need some more resources. And what did I need for pyrothermic? It was tin. Tin bar. But let's grab a pyrothermic generator.
Crafting.
Put him in the bottom. And give you some more coal. So now we've got a lot of power generation. These will fill their current buffer. Once the batteries are full, their buffers will fill up, and they'll essentially stop burning the coal. So can we do another power transmitter? We need some more tin. There we go.
Crafting.
Got some tin. There we go. So this goes to there, and that will transfer all the way around. And I'll eventually have one coming off this direction to feed all the miners that we have. It's not a whole lot of power. You can see these power transmitters, these upgraded ones, are 10 power per second. And our miners like to use, I mean, they're only right now using 0.39, but we will be upgrading those. We will definitely be upgrading those. So they pull ore faster, and there is eventually an upgrade to actually increase their efficiency. So you don't lose as much ore based on the efficiency, which is very, very nice. So we have a lot of tin that we can be smelting. Okay. So let's look at more energy transmitters. I can make 2 more with the lithium that we have. I have a little bit more lithium that I could be smelting.
Crafting.
So let's get the power going for our copper. And this guy is not needed, because we'll eventually have another one going down here. So let's just place it like that. That way it's ready to go. Need a couple more resources. Let's see if we can just throw in a little bit of tin, or a little bit of lithium, I mean. Okay, I don't need any of these on this tab. These are my ores. So you can see, I mean, we had quite a few ores built up, and just this process consumed the vast majority of my ores. And the purpose is you want to build up, get as much smelted, get as much automated as you can, and then it's pretty much quick from there. Once you can automate a lot of your ores, build some more smelters, which are very difficult to get to. You can, you know, the recipes for, and you can add a recipe in the XML files in the data folders. You can actually add recipes for machines. I had a bug in a previous playthrough in my other world where I'd been playing for quite a while, and you know, the game crashed. It was bleeding edge, so the game crashed after a few hours, and I came back in and my smelter was gone. It had corrupted it, and I was at a point where I couldn't actually build a new smelter. And so to save the world, so to speak, I added a recipe that allowed me to build a smelter with the resources that I actually had, which, you know, saved the world and allowed me to continue playing on it. So you'll see in here, you'll see probably a not a basic ore smelter, it's an actual smelter, and you'll see it in there that doesn't use the higher tier ores. And you know, I'm not going to use that recipe for this just because I don't need it. So I will need nickel and titanium before I'm able to actually expand my smelting operation. So with this, how much power do you have? 1664. I want you to charge.
Juicing up.
So these are powering quite a few. We've got the copper going right now. I'm waiting for a little bit of lithium. It's just not smelting lithium for me yet. So there's some more tin. Give me, oh. Anyway, so I'll show you what I did down here. I bored a hole through towards our lithium deposit. You can see I sort of created a nice path all the way over, and there is our lithium right down there. So I can actually go down here, grab the lithium that's in there, and just feed this a bunch of power. Because Arthur is charged up so much, I can just max out its power and would actually last quite a while. Let's see, get a torch. You can use the spacebar to stop a grapple. As you go up, if you don't want to go up all the way, you can hit space and it will disengage it. pretty handy. So here is my iron. I definitely want to get this thing cruising. Let's put as much energy as I can in him, because we can now charge Arthur as often as we want. Oh, there we go. So I can fill up and I can tell Arthur to charge. So that 2048 power is just vital. Absolutely vital. We still don't have any lithium. How much more do we have? We can really put a bunch in there. There's some lithium. Excellent. So the next phase of the base will be research. And because these projects have started to be more advanced, we're going to require a laboratory. And a laboratory is a very, very power-hungry building. It basically can consume as much power as you can feed it. And we're going to want a lot of power. So now I need iron. I'll have to do that in a later episode. So this laboratory, we definitely need the components. We're definitely going to need the research assembly. Not sure about copper housing, but it's cheap. Resin ping lets you find the hive minds. Some of these other ones, like base defense, like, we're not generating a whole lot of power yet. The ultimate power grid lets you build better batteries and transmitters, but we are a long ways from being able to afford that. It is very expensive with the high tier ores. Let's see how much coal is left. I've been finding a lot of coal veins. It's just so handy to have right by the CPH. I just wish it was a bigger vein. We could find coal maybe near the surface around here. We can use the coal pings. All the other ores have pings, so we can make a few ore pings. We can use the crafting tab here. So coal ore air ping. I'll make 2. We need to go somewhere a little darker. Easier to see the glowing blocks. A little bit there, some right there. Just kind of scattered all over. Looks like there's a pretty big deposit right over here. Like right under our crashed ship. This might be a good one. Looks like a pretty good sized deposit. Another really big one over here. Really near the surface. And one over here also looks pretty good. That's a little further in than I thought. So we want coal is important at first. You don't want to rely on coal too much. In the later game, there's the rubble. That tells me that coal ore vein. So yeah, 527,000 there. There's probably a good amount in here. 144,000. And the one under the ship is probably pretty good too, I'm guessing. Let's see how close. There it is. 570. So we're set with coal. We're gonna do pretty good on coal, which is good. I don't want to run out of coal. Well, that'll do it for this episode. I'm gonna stick around and just smelt some ores. Just sit around smelting a whole bunch of ores. Get a good supply of ingots for the next push with power and automation. We're going to want a lot of copper and tin and iron for the next push with automation. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.